everyone, it's Anna here and welcome back to my channel. So we have an unboxing today. I received my latest box from Box of Stories yesterday. This month I got the Sci-Fi and Fantasy box again, and I've cancelled my young adult subscription. As usual, I will leave a link to the website in the description box, and I will leave a list of the books that I have received. In each box you receive 4 surprise books, and then on the third box, every third box, you get a surprise, which could be an extra book, it could be some money off, that kind of thing. So the subscriptions start from $18.99, that's for the fiction and the mixed fiction box. The next subscription tier is $25.99 for young adult, sci-fi and fantasy, historical fiction. I think they have light reads now, and there's some others as well. So, as I said, I did get this box yesterday. These are what I've got. As usual, it comes in this box like this, with it tells you here the goal and why they're doing this, which I think is great. Came with some paper on top today, instead of that horrible lattice type cardboard that came last time, which got everywhere for some reason. As usual, we got the little subscription superpowers card. So it tells you, you unlock gifts, you can choose how frequent you want your boxes, you can swap between genres anytime, and you can pause or cancel anytime. So first up, we got Liege Killer, the graphic novel based on the award-winning novel Liege Killer by Christophe, Hinz and John Proctor. Now, I'm not a graphic novel fan. I don't really think graphic novels count as books, but I'm guessing this is my free book for this month. So, awakened from a 200-year sleep, who can stop the deadliest killer ever to walk the earth from terrorizing the human race? It's been 200 years since a nuclear apocalypse forced humanity to flee Earth, but humans still fear the planet's most deadly warrior, the Proctor. I think I said that right. Genetically modified killers who occupy 2 bodies controlled by one cold-blooded mind, known as the Liege Killer. The legendary Proctor Remo is the deadliest of them all. Now someone has awakened Remo from his centuries-long status and sent him to terrorize the peaceful orbital colonies of Earth. Is this an isolated incident, or is someone unleashing the terrible power in a gambit for control over the entire human race? And how will this now non-violent world be able to defeat one of history's most vicious killers? Again, a graphic novel, not really interesting. It's a science fiction book. Okay, let's see what Goodreads has to say. Goodreads says it's a 4.2 stars with 984 rating, which is okay, but only 72 people have left reviews. If that many people have read it, how come only 72 people have reviewed it? Yeah, so that's the first book. Next we have Quietus by Tristan Palmgren. I think that's how you say his name. So, in medieval Italy, Nicoluco, a Carthusian monk, leads a devout life until the Black Death kills all of his brothers, leaving him alone and filled with doubt. Habda, an anthropologist from an alien world devastated by plague, is overwhelmed by the suffering. She's been observing the spread of the pestilence hoping to learn something critical that will save her own dying world. Unable to maintain her neutrality any longer, she saves Leige-Killer from the brink of death. Haberdar discovers that neither her home's plague nor her assignment of Leige-Killer's ravaging planet are as she has been led to believe. The pair are drawn into a world-spanning conspiracy to topple an empire larger than the human imagination can contain. So this is another science fiction book. I seem to be getting a lot of science fiction books in these sci-fi and fantasy boxes. I know it's a sci-fi and fantasy box, but I would like more fantasy. So this book was $8.99. It doesn't sound like anything I would read because these science fiction books all tend to be kind of like the same thing. But Goodreads says this is a 3.51 stars with 323 ratings. Okay, I think that's pretty good for that amount of ratings compared to the 900 and something, and it was only a 4-star. But yeah, this is the first book in the series. I didn't know that. It doesn't tell you that this is a series, so no, it doesn't say anywhere that it's a series, but this is the first book in the series. And that was $8.99. Second book in my box is T.I.M.E. Stories, the Heiden Files by Christophe Lambert. This again is another science fiction book. So it says, in the year 2469, Tessa Hayden finds herself transported aboard a space station on the outer edge of the Sculptor Galaxy. Light years from her home on Earth and almost half a millennium from her own time, recruited by the mysterious T.I.M.E. agency, she is tasked with aiding in their mission to repair dangerous snags in the fabric of space-time, in opposition to a shadowy enemy who threatens to unravel reality. But as her assignments become more complex, and Tess discovers more about her own mysterious past, she begins to question the very nature and objectives of the T.I.M.E. agency. Is she working for the right side? It sounds kind of interesting. Again, like I said, it's a science fiction, but not really up my alley because I'm not really into the whole space thing. But I'm going to give it a try because who knows, I might enjoy it and then I might stop complaining that I'm getting too many science fiction books in my boxes. And this one was $9.99. And then my third book is Moonshine by Jasmine Gower. So, in the flourishing metropolis of Sut City, imagine a fantastical version of 1920 Chicago. Progressive ideals reign and the old ways of magic and liquid manna are forbidden. Miss Daisy Dell is a modern girl, stylish, educated, and independent, keen to establish herself in the city, but reluctant to give up the taboo magic inherited from her grandmother. Her new job takes her to unexpected places, and she gets more attention than she had hoped for. When bounty hunters start combing the city for magicians, Daisy must decide whether to stay with her new employer if it means revealing the grim source of her dazzling powers. This is a fantasy book, and it was $8.99, and this is something I would read. It's got magic in it. But, I'm definitely going to give this one a read. The cover is really pretty. I like these little like apothecary bottles. Okay, and on Goodreads, this one says 3.48 stars out of 265 ratings. Wow. I'd like to have seen more ratings, but that's a good good star read for that amount of ratings anyway. But again, I'm going to give this one a try, and this one was $8.99. My last book is Skyfarer, which I received in my last box, so I have emailed them about this. This is a fantasy book. This one I am looking forward to reading. It's book 1 in the Drifted Lands series. The Axiom Diamond is a mystical relic with the power to show its bearer the truth they desire. Men have sought for it across many continents for centuries, but in vain. When trainee sorceress Amy DeLaurence's first ever portal casting goes awry, she and her mentor are thrown into the race to find the gem. Travelling on the skyship Elysium, opposing them are the infamous magic-wielding Knights of the Eternal Order and their ruthless commander, Lord Asriel, who will destroy everything in his path to grab the relic. This book I received in my last box. I do want to read it. Again, it's a fantasy, and it was $8.99. So it has an average star rating of 3.96 out of 420 ratings. That's pretty good, I'd say. Not that impressed with this box. These two books I definitely want to read, but I have this one in my last box. This one I'm going to give a try. I'm also going to try this one, but I think out of the two sci-fi books, this one I'm going to enjoy the most. I think mainly this one is going to annoy me the most because it's set in medieval Italy, and it's got names that I'm probably never going to be able to pronounce in a million years. So for a box that cost me $25.99, with all of these, it comes to $49.95, which I think is my most expensive box, which is cool. So I've saved 5 books and saved myself $23.96. So I think I might not complain about this box that much. I'll keep you updated on what a box of stories is going to do about the fact that I've received 2 copies of the same book. But yeah, I'm actually happy with this box now then. I will leave a link to the box of stories below. I will also leave a link to my referral code, so you can get £4 off your offer. And I will leave a list of the books in the description box below. If you enjoyed my video, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below if you've read any of these, or if you have had any of these in your box of stories box and are looking forward to reading them, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.